Good afternoon, everybody, or I should say good evening. It's 5 o'clock. This is a severe weather update on the severe weather situation that's likely going to transpire across northern Iowa coming up this evening. I know that you've been kind of waiting all day, seeing different reports from different media outlets about the severe weather situation as it's happening this evening across our area, which, can give some people some anxiety, especially when it comes to severe weather. Welcome to my weather center here, and we're going to get you up to date as to what we think may happen tonight in the severe weather situation. Obviously, they've been talking about this all day, and obviously we had some thunderstorms move through the area last night. This is a video at my house last night. So, obviously, we had that weather last night with the, excuse me, we had that weather last night with the thunderstorms that moved through, which weren't severe when they moved through my location, but they ended up becoming severe as they, progressed further to the south and east. So the latest information here is I'm going to remove myself here and we'll share my screen so everybody can see what's going on. Damaging wind potential tonight. This is the latest update. This is about 20 minutes ago. Came in from the National Weather Service. It's their weather briefing they issue in times of inclement weather. So this is the damaging wind potential, dangerous heat and humidity area wide into this evening. And then again across the south on Tuesday, which southern Iowa, heat index is near excess of 105 degrees possible on Tuesday. A line of thunderstorms with damaging winds expected in the region late this evening into Tuesday morning. Highest threat in Iowa is near and north of roughly Highway 20. Fast-moving storms northwest to southeast at around 45 miles per hour, limiting response time. Severe storm risk increased now moderate 4 out of 5 and expanded southward. As you can see here, this is the latest. The line of storms will track southeast from the Iowa-Minnesota border, with storms developing after 8 o'clock this evening. Those will continue into early Tuesday morning across the state of Iowa. We'll take a look at what some of the models are thinking here, too, when it comes to severe weather threats coming up here in just a moment. By the way, if you have a question, just write it in the comment tab, and I can see those, and I'll get a notification, and I'll do my best to answer questions if you have a question in your particular area here. I want to do this real quick here just to make sure that everybody knows where to find weather information there. Those radio stations there with my colleagues in Mason City and where I'm based in Forest City. But anyway, damaging wind potential tonight. Line of storms will track southeast from the Iowa-Minnesota border. And after 8 o'clock, primary threats are damaging winds. Winds of 75 miles per hour or higher are possible. Some of the secondary threats include hail, a brief tornado, heavy rainfall. Damaging winds are the main concern, though. Hail and even a brief tornado can't be ruled out. So if you've got outdoor plans, whether you're camping or if you've got something going on this evening outside, make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings and have a sturdy shelter nearby where you're going to be. But anyway, tornado outlook, that's mainly confined to the northwestern corner of Iowa with a 5 to 9%, 2 to 4% of a tornado. Highest threat far west north Iowa, but tornado threat extends into portions of northern Iowa. Damaging winds are the main hazard. Strong winds, gusts are expected in northern Iowa into South Dakota and Minnesota. So 60 to 80 mile per hour range, mainly in the pink. The pink areas have a 60% chance or more probability of having winds in that particular criteria there, 60 to 80 miles per hour. Large hail, also a possibility, quarter to half inch. Ping pong ball size hails, half inch. Quarter is 1 inch. Large hail is possible mainly in northern and northwest Iowa. And if that wasn't enough, because we've seen tons and tons of rain here the last several days. I know that we had 4 inches of rain. It was coming down at 2 inches per hour at one point in Buffalo Center here, according to the weather station. I've got a weather station on my house that tracks all that data. It was up to 2 inches per hour at one point, and we got over 4 inches of rain in just over 2.5 hours. So, yeah, I had water in my basement. I know a lot of people had water in their basement in town here. And for Buffalo Center, anyway, we're standing at almost 13 inches of rain for the month of July. But anyway, multiple rounds of heavy rain possible tonight through Wednesday. There is a slight risk of excessive rainfall over northern Iowa, which includes Charles City, Mason City, Algona, Spencer, and the yellow areas there. Then another slight risk of excessive rainfall tomorrow for Ames, Des Moines, Fort Dodge, Storm Lake, Carroll. And then on Wednesday, too, areas south, excessive rainfall is possible. Rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the yellow shaded areas, which could lead to scattered flash flooding. High end total amounts of 3 to 5 inches in localized areas are expected by Wednesday night. And there's even a severe weather potential for the southwest corner of the state of Iowa during the day Tuesday. And of course, we've got that heat advisory. This is for Tuesday, but there is a heat advisory through 8 o'clock this evening, which is going to throw some pretty significant energy for thunderstorms to develop. But anyway, multiple ways to get warnings tonight. Local TV, local radio, great local radio stations that pride themselves on severe weather are scrolling on the bottom of the screen. That is in the North Iowa area. My colleagues, Bob Fisher and AJ Taylor, are fantastic weather professionals, award-winning. They'll have coverage on the air that you can listen to on the radio. Of course, there's the internet, the wireless emergency alerts and weather apps, NOAA Weather Radio from your family, friends, and coworkers, and outdoor sirens. By the way, just a heads up, too, when it comes to outdoor sirens, they are outdoor warning sirens. They are not tornado sirens. So if you hear a siren, it's either a tornado or another warning or winds in excess of 70 miles per hour, which is very dangerous to be outdoors. So that's why the sirens will be sounded in most communities if the winds blow harder than 70 miles per hour with thunderstorms or if there's a tornado in the area. So with storms expected after dark and fast-moving storm motions, make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings so you can act quickly. There's ways to get Alert Iowa. You can see that on the screen there. That, of course, from the National Weather Service. So currently, right now, obviously, we've got this area here, which is the moderate risk. We do have, at this point, there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 for extreme west central Minnesota, northern Nebraska, central and eastern South Dakota. Primary threats include widespread damaging winds, isolated significant gusts to 90 miles per hour, scattered large hail, and isolated very large hail events 2.5 inches in diameter are likely. A tornado or two is possible. So that watch is in effect. There's actually a tornado warning right here with a tornado spotted, confirmed tornado on the ground along Highway 44 near Dixon in Nebraska, just to the west of, looks like Platte, Nebraska there. So obviously the intensity of storms is starting to develop here across South Dakota, like they initially indicated here through the afternoon and evening hours. So obviously we've got some severe weather. Obviously they're talking about derechos. A lot of people have heard about the term derecho, which derecho, I'm going to throw this up on the screen. This is something that I created earlier today. A derecho, which we have had here in Iowa before, is a powerful, long-lived windstorm that produces widespread damage similar to a tornado. So that kind of gives you an idea of what a derecho is. And this is a graphic from the National Weather Service in Chicago. This is what a derecho kind of looks like on radar. We all remember the August 10th derecho of 2020, which was very severe across our area. I think there was 80 mile per hour wind gusts. As you can see, the radar images kind of got like a bow figure to it that kind of gives you an idea of what they talk about when it comes to a derecho. Here's a graphic on the severe thunderstorm risk categories. We're at a moderate risk, which is a level 4 out of 5. Widespread severe storms likely, long-lived, widespread, and intense. So that kind of gives you an idea. These storms are going to roll through the area, and I'm going to show you what's on some of the models here in just a moment. Yes, Tammy, a derecho is expected. Let's see. How come this is? There will be thunderstorms in the area. Some areas won't see storms. Let's see. How long is it expected to last? Well, I would say between 9 and 8 p.m. and probably 3 a.m. for us here in northern Iowa. I don't know why, Mrs. Weaver, as to why it's not showing up on the weather app. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. But yes, there is the potential of severe weather. I'm going to add this to stage here, and let's see here if I can remove myself. I want to share the screen. We're going to kind of get into what the models are thinking. Obviously, there's a couple of different convective models that the National Weather Service uses to predict the weather when it comes to severe weather. This is one of those. There's the high resolution rapid refresh, and then there's the NAM 3KM consensus model, which this is the latest one, which shows storms coming in to Worthington after 11. You get to midnight, they're just approaching Kossuth County. And then by 1 a.m., they're just to the west of the Mason City area, encompassing all of Winnebago, Hancock, and Wright counties, and Humboldt County, and into Webster County, the Fort Dodge area. This is at 1 o'clock in the morning. 2 a.m., we've got, storms heading now more towards the Des Moines area, Waterloo, just passed through Mason City. That is at 2 a.m. and then we're to 3. And most of us at the northern portions of Iowa at that point are clear. And obviously the storms continue to move to the southeast and move out of the state. Let's take a look at like wind gusts and velocities, which this is, as you can see here, some gusts here, 87, 79 miles an hour with thunderstorms. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we've got, here we've got, 80 mile per hour, 81. This is at 1 o'clock in the morning as storms move through just to the west of Mason City. So between 1 and 2 will be the strongest storms will move through that area. That's according to this particular weather model itself. Let's see here. Let's just look at rainfall. I'm just curious to see how much rain is going to fall. Yeah, you've got some areas that have got, southern Winnebago County, almost 2 inches. It's just spotty with different storms depending on how the activity kind of evolves. But yeah, you can feel free to leave comments in the section there. I'll do the best I can to answer those comments. We're going to switch to a different model, which is the high resolution rapid refresh. And let's just see. This model has a harder time depicting storm activity, but here you got 11 p.m. You've got storms moving in. You got 1 a.m., 3 a.m. So yeah, between 9 and 3 a.m. seems to be the time frame. And this doesn't look as ominous as the other one. But still, here you got winds, 60 some miles an hour blowing through Mason City at 1 a.m., shortly before 1 a.m. Kind of gives you an idea of what we can expect across our area, our listing area across northern Iowa. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Of course, you can, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those. Moderate risk of severe thunderstorms tonight with damaging winds, 75 miles an hour. For the northern Iowa area. So remain weather aware. I'll post watches. If things get really insane, we'll jump on live here on these social media platforms, keep you informed with the latest weather information. But yes, thunderstorms are going to be developing here between 9 and 3. Just remain weather aware. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. Alert your family and friends if storms are moving into the area. And of course, we'll keep you informed with the latest weather information right here on the Weather Iowa platform. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Stay safe wherever you are. And we'll keep you up to date with the latest weather information as severe weather is a possibility here for our area here tonight and the overnight into Tuesday. So stay safe. And we'll keep you informed with the latest weather information. When warnings break out, of course, we'll have those for you. We'll have them on our social media site. We'll keep those here, and we'll keep you informed throughout the night. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, everybody.